And good morning, San Antonio. Welcome to the Happy Handyman Show. I'm Trudy Chook, broadcasting live from Johnny Chook's home and hardware. Going to be here for the next hour. We're going to talk about all things maintenance around the house. And I have got a bunch of products that I want to share with you. You know, this show is it's like brand new for so many listeners. Y'all start with that great program that's on right before me, a gardening program with David and Karen. And let me tell you, I listened to that too, and I have learned so much. Because down here, you know, we have to know about lawn and garden stuff and how to help it along, because it doesn't just happen naturally here. We get so little rain and so much heat. And so, folks, if y'all aren't listening to that show before me, you need just turn it on for the hour before while you're getting dressed or having coffee or driving around. It is a really good show. And so our show, the Happy Handyman Show, is all about maintenance around the house. We're talking about maintenance on the outside of the house, on the inside of the house, because I broadcast this from Johnny Chook's Home and Hardware. We are a 11,000 square foot hardware store with lawn and garden, paint, electrical, hardware, nuts and bolts, plumbing, and then of course we have a beautiful gift shop in the first 2,500 square feet of the store, and it has meandered down the middle of the store too. So, and this weekend we have a special event still going on. We have today, because tomorrow we will be closed for Easter. It's called Build a Basket, and we give you an Easter basket, and anything that you can put inside that Easter basket from the gift shop, okay, is 20% off. And we let you get super creative about what fits in the basket, okay? It can be hanging out, just tell us what you want to put it in, and we'll put it in. And then we wrap it all in cellophane and put a little bow on top for you. And it looks really cute. So if you like doing your own Easter baskets, if you don't like going someplace else and buying one all put together, then come on in here. And that way, if you don't want to put a lot of candy in the basket, that's what I don't like to do. My daughter, I'm going to send them baskets. And yes, I know they're going to get there late. But I don't put a lot of candy in there because her kids don't do that. So I'll put a lot of other things like books and toys and all kinds of things, little t-shirts and stuff. So anyway, that's what we have going on this weekend. Now in April, we'll start a Fiesta event on the 17th. We have K9 for Warriors. How many of you have been around for our K9 for Warriors event? It is really special. The Warriors bring in their dogs, their dogs, and they introduce you, and then they talk to you about what a great organization that is. I've been out there twice already. It is an absolutely beautiful property, and what they do for the soldiers that come back is just amazing. And come on in and just listen to the stories that they can tell you. And Melissa from M&M Eats and Treats, woo-woo, she's going to be here too with a pop-up. And then she's also going to do an event in May. She just got through having an event here, and it was a cookie decorating event, and it was so good. She was full, okay? And so they had so much fun decorating Easter cookies. And then she's going to do, for Mother's Day, she's going to do a mother-daughter event. So if you would like to do that with your daughter, whether your daughter is 6 or 26 or 36, then come on in and check it out. You'll do all of it through Melissa with M&M Eats and Treats. So it's Easter weekend, so let's talk about maybe you're going to be having company over, and what can you do around the house. But first of all, let me tell you where we're located. We're at 2361 Northwest Military Highway. which is about 2 miles north of Loop 410, right past the light at Lock Hill, Selma. We're going to be here till 5 today. And you know, I've been talking all morning long and my throat has not done this, and now it is. And then tomorrow we will be closed. If you want to watch online right now, we're streaming on Facebook, and it's under Johnny Chook's Home and Hardware, and you'll see me out there in a little black and white top and with the store all back behind me. And if you want to go to our website, it is happyhandyman.com. Out there you're going to see most of the products that I'm going to talk about today, and then you will also see an article that I write every week that goes into the Houston paper, but it also goes on our website. So it's a great website, a lot of information, and if you want something, you can just click, because we have a shop site out there, click and have it delivered right to your front door. And I do all of that, and I try to get it out like the very next day. So let's talk about some things. How many of you struggle with keeping hard water spots off of the glass shower door, right? It's just tough, especially down here. If you don't have soft water, I don't want soft water at my house, and so I deal with hard water stains on my glass shower door. I can clean it, and last week we talked about the cleaner that you use for that. You use Delete Germ, and then you can clean it all off, and it's simple. There are other things that clean hard water stains, but let me tell you, get Delete Germ. It's so much faster, so much quicker, and you can get your whole glass shower door done in 5 to 7 minutes. And then, but as you know, here in San Antonio, within, I don't know, 3 weeks, you have hard water stains again. It's just ridiculous, but that's the way it is. But let me tell you, about 5 years ago, I was at the National Hardware Show in Las Vegas, when the National Hardware Show was really something to look at. Don't get me started on that. And I came across these sisters that were showing a product called Invisible Shield. And they were saying that if you applied this product to your glass shower door, that it would keep hard water stains off your door for a year. Well, I looked at them kind of cross-eyed and I said, a year? She goes, yes. They both in tandem, yes. And so I started talking with them, because right before I left, I had cleaned my glass shower door. And I don't know why I bothered cleaning it before I left, but I did. And the thought of actually coming and getting this product and putting it on my glass shower door and not having to clean it for maybe, I would say 6 months. I cannot get it to last for a year, but it could be operator error. So the product is called Invisible Shield Glass Protectant Coating. Okay, it's in a blue bottle. And after you clean your glass shower door, then you apply this product, okay? And you're gonna apply it in circular motions with just a rag, okay? You can use a microfiber cloth. In fact, I would use those Libman on a roll microfiber. Those are my favorite. If you don't know about them, ask me when you come in the store. And put it on in a circular motion and let it dry. And then go back and put a second coat on and clean it, and then it will haze up. And so then you use another cloth to buff it bright and shiny, bright and clean, okay? And then that will keep it clean. But let me tell you the trick, okay? They make another, it's called Glass and Surface Cleaner and Repellent, okay? This repellent reinforces the original glass protectant. So the two together work to keep the hard water stain off your glass shower door. They say up to a year. I've only got it to work down here in San Antonio about 6 months. But let me tell you, I was happy with 6 months. It is an amazing product line, and just so you know, they're part of like the Rain-X family. That's like their grandfather, and so that's why I thought, oh wow, family-owned business. I love this. And you know, these girls still own this. They have really branched out and got into like a lot of commercial stuff, but they still do this line that is for the homeowner. Now, not only can you use use the blue on the glass, but on the green, there's a green bottle, okay? And it says water spot and stain remover, and it's in the green bottle, okay? This is great for metals. So it is great for, let's see, did I write that down? Let me just, I know it will do chrome, it will do aluminum, it will do stainless steel, it will do satin steel, it will do everything. Just don't use it on all rub bronze, okay? We have a product for that. And you can use this on that, and it really will clean off the hard water stains. Now then, the other one that is a liquid, you can use it on everything but marble and granite. So you can use it on cultured marble, you can use it on metals, you can use it on just about anything. Tile. It is a great product line that you should have in your arsenal. You really should. It's just, you will spend less time cleaning and more time just having a good time, okay? So it's just a perfect thing. Now, another thing that I wanted to talk to you about, how many of you have little kitty cats in your house, okay? And how many of them, as they get older, they don't hit the little litter box. They go outside the litter box and you don't see it, but then after a while you smell it. Well, there is a product made by Biozap, and I got to name this product. It's called Kitty Stop. And Kitty Stop originally they sell a lot of this product, but in a different strength, to zoos for the cat, like the lions and the tigers and things like that, any kind of cats. And because their urine smell is so strong, and so cats too. And so she blended it for the homeowner. And so if you've got like a litter box and your cat doesn't make the litter box, and she's maybe on the tile or he's on the tile and it gets into the grout, you will know that that goes down into the grout, and grout is like a sponge, okay? And it's very hard to get out. But with the Kitty Stop, you can spray it. Now I'm gonna tell you, it might take several applications to get it where it doesn't smell, but this stuff is great. And I had a lady that had bought a house, and the previous owners had a lot of cats, okay? And unfortunately, the whole house was saltillo tile, which seemed like a good idea at the time, but then the smell was so strong from the cats, and she literally would take and just mop the floor. And she said it took about 4 or 5 times, but then finally the smell went away, and they were able to go forward with a lot of other stuff that they wanted to do in the house. But first they had to get the smell out. So if you have a problem like that, the Kitty Stop is really, really good, okay? And it's made different than the other Biozaps, and it's because of the cat urine is so different. And it has to do with the enzyme that makes their fur so soft, makes their urine so strong. So certain cats have stronger urine, like the fluffier they are, the stronger the urine is. So isn't that a wonderful trivia information that you needed at 9 o'clock today? Okay. All right, let me tell you about something new that we have in the store. I'm super excited about it. And you said, Trudy, it's just a cutting board. It is not just a cutting board. We got these new cutting boards in. They're done by Maple Leaf. And what they are is a composite, a wood composite. How many of y'all have heard about it's not good to cut on plastic? And it's not good. Hey Karen, good morning to you. Thanks for finding the show at 9 o'clock. It's not good on plastic. And then now they're saying it's not good on wood either. So you're like going, okay, well, what do I do? Well, they do make glass, okay? But these composite cutting boards, the one I'm showing you online right now is a smaller one. And I have a small one like this, and I absolutely love it because, you know, I don't need a huge cutting board. And I have a couple of these. And I cut my fruits and vegetables on it. I make a salad every day, so I cut everything I need up from my salad on it. And then it goes in the dishwasher, okay? And the knives, do not mess with it. It doesn't dull the knives. And you do not get little marks in it where you might get all kinds of stuff in it to where you can't get it clean. And we're gonna have about 4 different sizes, okay? This one starts at $12.99. And it's about a 6 by 8, and it's lightweight, and like I said, it can go in the dishwasher. So it would make a great gift. Oh, you could stick it in the Build-A-Basket along with some Stonewall. Oh yeah, I got a great idea for a basket today. Okay, so, and also I wanted to tell you about that we also have garden hoses on sale. I made a great buy at the last Do It Best show on garden hoses, and they are $10 off right now. And they are the Never Kink. So these are the ones that, oh gosh, they'll probably last you for 10 years if you will keep them out of the sun and roll them and, you know, and put them back, you know. But they're just amazing. I have one that I know is 15 years old, and it still works just fine. It's not as shiny as it used to be, but it works just fine. So if you're looking for a garden hose, then I would grab one. We have them right in the middle of the store. Okay, let me tell you where we're located again. We're at 2361 Northwest Military Highway. The store is going to be open just till 5 today, okay? Just till 5. And tomorrow will be completely closed for Easter. All right, so let me tell you about a product that I love. It is called Gription, and Gription is a tape that has a friction side to it. You can feel it when you just rub your hand over it, and so it's not like Extreme Tape. Extreme Tape is a friction tape too, but Gription is a tape that will hold things in place. So like say you have a wireless keyboard and it slips all over the place. You just take a piece of this Gription tape and put it on the back of your keyboard. It has an adhesive side and then it has this friction side to it, and it's not going anywhere. If you want to put it on the back of your phone, like maybe you put your phone on your car someplace, and if you take a corner, it goes sliding, well, you could put this on the back of your phone. If you want to adhere it to your monitor stand, your desk supplies, your knives, let me tell you, put it on your shovels, your axes, because it will give you a lot of strength to be able to hold it. It is just an amazing tape. The reason I got it, okay, because I got this at the National Hardware Show, okay, was because in my drawers, things would slip. Do you have those things like drawer separators and things like that? And every time I would close my drawer, they would fall back, and I would always have to pull them forward again to get them where I want them. And this is what they were showing for that. And I thought, wow, that's a great idea. And so I got it, and then as soon as we got it here, I went home and I put it on those drawer organizers, and it keeps things where they're supposed to be. But that's not the only thing. How many of you maybe have some parents that they're healthy enough to stay at home, but they still need a little help, right? And so maybe they have handrails or grab bars or walkers, wheelchairs, stairs, walkways, anything that they have to hold on to. Maybe they have a favorite tumbler that they like to have, and it sometimes slips out of their hand. Put some description tape on there, and it will not slip out of their hands. Now, description comes in 2 colors. It comes in kind of a clear, transparent color. It also comes in a black, which is kind of nice, you know, if you want to disguise it on the back of your phone and stuff like that. And then it also comes in a glow in the dark. So if you want to like put it on the steps on your deck, if you want to put it on some steps that go out into the yard, maybe you have something like that, it will glow, and that will be great. Or you want to put it on the front porch. Just anywhere that you need to see something. This description is excellent. It's really good. All right. Let me remind you that today we still have the Build-A-Basket going on. And so if you want to be a part of that, then remember, anything that you put, we'll give you a basket. Anything you put inside the basket is 20% off. All right, let me talk to you about another product. I have about 4 or 5 here. How many of you have porcelain tubs or even fiberglass tubs, okay? And showers and things like that. And you have slipped, or you put your babies in there and they have slipped, and it's just not a good situation. There is a product that we carry called Slip Doctor, okay? And it is so easy to use. It's, we used to have this product, gosh, a long time ago, and they closed, and then it took me forever to find another product that you could use in a porcelain tub. And all it is a milky liquid. Okay, you want to start with a clean tub. Okay, so clean it with Delete Germ. Okay, porcelain tub, clean with Delete Germ. And then after you clean it and dry it, you want to put on this product called Slip Doctor Bathtub and Shower Kit. And it, like I said, it is a milky looking liquid that you apply on the tub, and it will dry clear, and it dries in like 20 minutes. So as soon as it's dry, you can feel certain that the bathtub is not slippery. Now, can you see it? No. Can you feel it? No. Does it make the tub look dirty? No. It is an amazing product, and it's really good for safety. So if you have a porcelain tub, I would go and check this out on aisle 19, and all you do to apply it is, like I said, you put it on, you let it dry, and that's it. And so the one I have in my hand is the one for porcelain and ceramic. And like I said, so you can use it on a porcelain tub, you can use it on ceramic tile. So this is good. But they also make one for fiberglass and acrylic. And it looks the same. So just make sure when you're over there, ask one of my salesmen, hey, which one of these do I get? Talked about a slip resistant process for the tub and for the shower, and so we get you the right one. Okay. Let me talk about one thing here. How many of you have you maybe like to go antiquing? And so the inside of the drawers and things like that, if they've been put in a barn, which I can't tell you how many people tell me that. or they've been someplace where they smell very stale. Okay, Wise Owl, they make a chalk paint. And we do carry that, and we do carry their 1 hour enamel. But let me tell you what I sell the most of, and that is their furniture salve for the inside of the drawers. This stuff is amazing. And you put it on, we have a brush to put it on with. I found brushes that were very inexpensive to put it on with, because let me tell you, Wise Owl Paint's real proud of their brushes. So, and then the furniture salve comes in a bunch of different fragrances. This one is cactus blossom, I'm sorry. And then a teak wood and amber. This one's really nice if you like amber. And then another one is lemon verbena, okay? And then one of the last ones is called citrus mint. And they do have one that has no fragrance at all, but when you put it on the inside of the drawers, I don't know if a lot of you follow like Redesign with Prima, or even Chalk It Up Fancy, or Wise Owl, okay? They'll show you, they do it on all the inside of their drawers. And it helps the drawer move smoothly, and then it also takes up, removes any odor. Okay. Let me tell you where we're located. We're at 2361 Northwest Military, and we're going to take a real quick break, but we're going to be back in the next half hour with a little trivia from Kale. But stay tuned, because Jill's got all kinds of stuff coming up.
Hey everyone. I'm sure Trudy mentioned it. It's Build a Basket weekend. We're here till 5. Anything you can fit in this, all hanging off of it from the gift shop, will be 20% off, and if you want to keep the basket, you can. So I'm going to show you a few ideas for last minute Easter gifts. So first things first, bunnies. We have some of the softest plush that's from Bukowski Bears. They make more than bears, but we've got some bunnies left. We got this new cute little cuddly teddy bear with a shirt. He's so cute for your little kids' baskets. Also for the kid baskets, how about some little golden books? Everybody's been loving these little golden books. We brought in some for spring, some with classic ones, Duck and His Friends. There's a whole rack of them, so that would look real cute in a basket too. Also, let's see, what else do you need in a basket? Candy. Sorry, that stuff's falling over. Jelly Bellies. All kinds of Jelly Bellies. Y'all, we have a good Easter candy table over there. Who's familiar with the chocolate oranges at Christmas time? They made a bunny, and let me tell you, it is soft and creamy and really, really tasty. So that'd be great in your basket. Anybody's basket, not just the kids. We got some little candies, hard candies in cute little metal tins, which you could then reuse to hold your change or whatever you want in your purse. Now, maybe not just for the kids. If you're buying for someone grown up or, you know, friends, little notebooks. These are just real simple little notebooks that you can carry with you wherever you go. And they have cute little animals and scripture on them. So who wouldn't love one of those in their Easter gift? And let's see. Home fragrance. Rosy rings. You know, we've talked about these before. They are covered and fused with flowers here. When the light shines down through here, you see it glowing. And this is just a great spring gift. Springtime flowers. We've got the diffusers, which we don't have one open, but I found a picture to show you. The diffuser is just as pretty. So it looks like this. It's got flowers inside the jar. Real actual flowers in there. So it looks pretty and it smells amazing. Great for springtime in the house. Also on fragrance, if you haven't heard about this, you got to come check it out. Laundry Sauce is a great new laundry line. There's wrinkle release spray, scent booster, dryer sheets, and laundry pods. They have the best scents and really pretty packaging. So if you're giving a gift to someone this Easter, you know, give them laundry soap and they will thank you, because it is the best. Now also for Easter, what do? We do a lot at our house is eating yummy foods. So in our kitchen area, We've got the wine and cheese board cards, which are just like these handy little cards with recipes and ideas on how to make cute little charcuterie boards. And Stonewall Kitchen has the perfect foods to go with that. This one's brand new, garlic rosemary citrus sauce. This sounds delicious on chicken or pork or veggies. They've just introduced their reserve line. It has more fruits and more peppers in every bite. Very, very tasty with cheeses and meats. How about some artichoke pesto dip? Serve this with veggies or on sandwiches or with your deviled eggs. That'd be a tasty, tasty treat. And now what could you serve that on? How about Nora Fleming cheese board? And there's a lot of cute ones for Easter and springtime. Look at the cross, of course, little bacon and eggs. And if you have Nora, this is a great little way to add somebody's collection, a new mini. And also, Trudy, I know, was showing you a little board that we just got in. They did some that are gifty as well. Really pretty wooden boards, the little handle, and it's already packaged with cocktail napkins and a gold spreader. And that would make a really pretty like hostess gift if you're going to someone's house this Easter. Take them that and a little jar of jelly, and it'd be so sweet. Now, other than kitchen stuff, we've also got, you know, lots of jewelry and body care. So treat yourself, treat someone else. Look at these pretty earrings from Spartina. It'll be great with your Easter outfits. And Lalia has very, very pretty packaged, perfect for gift giving, little perfume and hand cream in a little gift set. And that would also fit right there in your basket. So see how much I could get in there, and that would all be 20% off now until 5 o'clock. You'll come get it and stock up for yourself and for gifts. And I'm gonna give you back to Trudy. Happy Easter.
And welcome back to the Happy Handyman Show on WOAI. I'm Trudy Chook, broadcasting live from Johnny Chook's Home and Hardware. We're going to be here for the next 30 minutes to talk about all things maintenance. But before we get into it too much, it's the Kale Minute. Okay, Kale works for us. She's worked for us at least a year because you got to take a vacation.
It'll be 2 years in May.
Really?
Yep.
Wow. Wow. How time flies when you're having fun, huh?
And happy Easter Eve.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so Kale always gives us some information about lawn and garden because that's his area. And then he also gives us some trivia.
Okay, we're going to talk the White House egg rolling contest.
Oh, okay.
That is one of the oldest Easter traditions we have. 1878, Rutherford B. Hayes actually started that.
Really? He must have had kids.
He must have.
Yeah,
I
kids
didn't
and all.
research it that diligently, but yeah, no, since 1978, they use wooden eggs now. They actually used to use hard-boiled eggs.
They use wooden eggs?
They use wooden eggs now, and it comes with the signature of the president and the first lady.
Oh, you're
So
kidding.
they get a little keepsake with it.
Wow.
You know, and along with that, do you know what the Easter Bunny's favorite music is?
No.
It's hip hop.
Hip hop. Oh, okay.
So. But speaking of lawns, we do have a mulch here that we get from Nature's Creation. It has mycorrhizal fungi in it, which basically is a matchmaker for the soil and your plants.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
I told him, remember, it shakes hands. I think you made it sound even better.
Yeah,
it's a matchmaker.
It's a matchmaker for your soil and all the plants. It basically gets into the roots and it helps with water uptake and disease resistance.
And that's what we need
And
here.
we have it here.
And we have it here.
We do have it here.
And we're the only people in San Antonio. Oh,
This
you're
is true.
so smart, Carol.
Thank you.
You're just
Thank
so
you so
smart.
much.
So if they come in today and they have some questions
Oh,
about their lawn and garden, so you can help them, right?
Yes, I can. And right now, it's a great time to put down compost. We're getting ready to get some rain in.
Yeah.
So this is the perfect time.
All right.
Okay?
Thank you so
All
much,
right, and I'll be
Carol.
here with you.
Okay.
Okay? Thank you.
Okay, don't you love that? I love that he has all this trivia that he can tell you about. I mean, it reminds me of a lot of old shows and stuff like that. All right, so let's get back to what's going on on my desk over here. All right, so let's see. I talked to you about, oh, let me tell you something. How many of you know, or even don't know, that we have a book that Dad originally started these books a million years ago, right? And we still do a book. I've done 3 books, yeah. Yes, 3 books since Dad passed. And the one we have right now is volume 14, and it's called The Best of Johnny Chook, because it's, you know, everybody will ask me, well, do I need to get volumes 1 through 13? And I said, no, because every time we do a book, we take what is still relevant in the older books and then add what is the best for right now. And so that may be something, I mean, there's been a couple of things, like there used to be this Herbie's Fame. In fact, if you were listening to Dad, probably, okay, Dad's been gone 11 years, 12 years ago, Carl Wigglesworth got on the air with him, and Carl had retired, so he wasn't on the air anymore. But he talked to Dad about that he found this product that we had called Herbie's Fame. He says, Johnny, you've forgotten about this. You've got to get this product in. It's amazing. They did a whole show on Herbie's Fame. Well, Herbie's Fame burned to the ground about 2 years before Dad died. And then, no, after Dad died. And then they were no more. So Herbie's Fame is not in the book. So we have different cleaners in the book now. And so if you want something that you can look back on, like the other while ago I talked about the Kitty Stop. Well, that's on page 39, and it talks about for cat odors, use Kitty Stop, products made by Biozap. And so if you ever have questions about what to use as far as cleaners or products around the house, or what's the best way to replace a sprinkler, or what is a great concrete cleaner, it's all in that book. All of it in the book, okay? All right, so, you know, earlier I was talking to you about Stone Tech, and I completely forgot to talk to you. I didn't talk to you about Stone Tech. I talked to you about Invisible Shield and stuff like that. And I completely forgot to talk to you about a product that you can still get, but I don't know how long they're gonna have it. It's called Stone Tech Oil Stain Remover. How many of you have granite and marble, and maybe you haven't kept up on the ceiling and you get oil stains, and you know they're hard to get out with just any cleaner. They don't come out. And a lot of people will do all kinds of things with baking soda and stuff like that. You know, you have to be careful about all these concoctions that you put together yourself. Well, Stone Tech makes a oil stain remover that is almost like a poultice. I'm probably not using the right word. And you put it on, and you put it on pretty thick, and you don't cover it up, and it will pull that oil out of the granite or the marble, okay? And it's for oil stains. It does not work on, like, if you dropped wine on that. It will take out ketchup, because ketchup has oil in it. So if you have any stains, oil stains for granite, marble, natural stone, masonry, grout, okay, if you have an oil stain in grout, this Stone Tech will work, okay? So, and it's really good. But once you get it out, okay, let's talk about the real thing that needs to happen, and that is sealing your granite and marble and all kinds of other things that you have, you know, any kind of natural stone. Okay, granite gold makes a real easy sealer, because some of them can get complicated and they can get real expensive, okay? But Granite Gold, this sealer right here, is super easy to use. It works, and it works for about 6 months. I reseal my granite about every 6 months because I don't do a lot of cooking in the house, but I can get water stains. And in fact, I had never had granite before when I bought this little house, and I remodeled it because nothing had been changed since 1980. And so I put granite down, and I had a coffee pot, a Keurig, okay, and you know they heat up pretty bad. One day I was cleaning and I moved it, and guess what was there? A dark water spot. I was just sick. I had, it was a lot for me to put that down. It wasn't cheap, and I was so proud of it, and then I had not taken care to seal it. Well, luckily for me, I used a Granite Gold daily cleaner, and it pulled it out. And so now I am very careful about sealing it, because if you get ketchup on it, it can easily stain if you don't clean it right away. Watermelon, like if you cut a watermelon, it will etch it, okay? So you've got to get that off right away. Pretty much everybody thinks that granite is just bulletproof. It's not, okay? So I'm telling you, this Granite Gold sealer, excellent and very reasonably priced, and it doesn't stink, okay? But you do have to leave it for 24 hours. So this is what I do. I have a big island, and so I take everything and I put it on one side of the island, and I will then seal that one part, and then I wait 24 hours, and then I put everything on the other side of the island, and I do the other side of the island, and then and I just do it every 6 months. So if that's something, if you haven't done it and you said, yeah, but I just had it installed, I promise you, they do not seal it. They do not. The person that did mine, I said, are y'all gonna seal it? And they go, no. So anyway, seal it. I promise you, you'll be happy that you did. All right, now let me talk to you about maybe something that you, how many of you have chandeliers? I mean, the really pretty ones with all the drops and all the crystals and things like that. And maybe you're having company come over, and y'all are gonna have a big Easter dinner after church, and your chandelier is absolutely beautiful, but did you look up and it's dusty, and the thought of having to clean every one of those crystals does not sound like fun. Okay, I mean, you'd much rather be putting out Easter eggs to look for. All right, Haggerty makes a chandelier cleaner. That is so easy to use, okay? So easy. So here's what you want to do first. Whatever is underneath it, like if you have a table there or whatever, wherever you have a chandelier, if it's up in the entry hall and then you have flooring, you want to cover all of that, okay? With plastic and paper, and anything that's absorbent, okay? And then you just spray the chandelier to where it's dripping, and you let it drip dry, and it will drip dry with no spots, completely crystal clear. It doesn't, you say, well, I have metal on mine. Everybody does, and it doesn't harm the metal, and it is so easy, and your chandelier will look gorgeous, and then it's just so easy to use. Spray on, it drips dry, and brilliantly clean. Brightly. Okay. How many of y'all hand water your yard? Okay. And I know everybody, they have to here if they're going to keep a green lawn. If you only water once a week, it just doesn't cut it. I haven't found that will work for me. So I have to get out and hand water, especially like the edges. And I have a really good sprinkler. I use that one made by Rainbird that goes in the ground, and then you can mow over it because it drops down to grass level. And I use that one, and it's great, and it will cover a lot of ground. But you know, like in the corners, out front, if you have grass between the sidewalk and the street, that's really hard to do unless you got a sprinkler system. So if you have to go out and you hand water, let me tell you about a nozzle that is really good. It's called Little Big Shot. It is lighter than any other sprinkler that you have to hold in your hand, because maybe you get tired of having to hold something that's pretty heavy, okay, because a lot of them are metal because they last longer that way than just the plastic ones. And this Little Big Shot will fit on any standard hose. It's got an adjustable range that goes from a powerful sweeper, and it'll reach all the way to the second floor. How many of you are trying to clean up there? Maybe you've got some guttering that looks dirty on the underside. You can clean with this, or maybe your screens look dusty, okay? Made to a pinpoint stream, and also a very soft spray, okay? And it uses, get this, 40% less water. Okay, I don't know how that works. It doesn't waste water. It's very water efficient. In fact, let me tell you a little story. Oh, and it doesn't leak. And it's made in the United States by disabled veterans, U.S. veterans. So that's why I always keep it. My dad originally found it, and I'm sure it had to do because he was a veteran. And but they're really, really good. All brass, okay? Let me tell you a little story. One time in one of the shows, I came across this really impressive looking high pressure, it looked like a gun almost, water nozzle. And they said it was just as good as a high pressure hose, okay? And I went, okay, well, let's try that. It looks pretty impressive. It did not hold, it did not do as well as Little Big Shot. And that thing was heavy. There is no way you were gonna hold on to that for very long. But like if you're gonna clean, okay, you can water your grass with it, and that's what I use this for. I use like the soft spray part, and I water like all the edges, so because they're the ones that get burnt, okay? And then you can clean your concrete driveway, wash it off, your sidewalks with the power spray, and that's what I had gotten the other one for. So they're just great, and they're very inexpensive, okay? Very inexpensive, just a super product. All right, now let me talk to you about a product that I love having on the shelf. And it's called Fresh Cube, and I left it at my desk. So let me just tell you what it is. Okay, it is this filter, you might say, that prevents ethylene gas from ripening your fruits too quickly, okay? That means that your fruits and vegetables will stay fresher longer. How much longer? If I told you that I had strawberries that lasted 3 weeks, you might go, and did you want to eat them afterward? Yep, I did. And that's how it got started. I was at the Do It Best show, and I was walking up to a booth, and one of the Do It Best reps, she was in charge of that kind of stuff. She came up to me and whispered behind me. She goes, Trudy, I know your show is all about talking to people about what they need around the house. You need to get this. It really works. And I went, okay. I mean, why wouldn't they have it if it really, I mean, if it didn't work? But it really does work. They come 2 in a package. You just open it up, okay, and place it in the refrigerator. Now, if you have like sealed vegetables, just open the bag up, okay? And like carrots or broccoli or lettuce or anything like that. All you have to do is make sure that the bag is open. And then you just put it anywhere in your refrigerator. I put mine kind of up front on a shelf. It's just what I choose to do. And you don't have to leave everything open. It's just fine the way it is. And it will keep your fruits and vegetables fresh for at least 3 weeks, at least. Okay, it's a really nice. I get one all the time, and since they come 2 in a pack, I give one to my mom. Okay, now let me tell you what we do have at the store right now. I don't know if I talked about it last week. The pink stuff, I mean, it's like got like a cult following. I can tell you that I used it on some tennis shoes. I wear tennis shoes almost every day because I'm on my feet every day. And then the rubber part around the shoe that shows gets very dirty. And they start out white, okay. And so this pink stuff, I used it on there and it cleaned them really, really well. So we've got it in the cream formula, we have it in a liquid, and we have it in a foaming bathroom cleaner. And a lot of people, we've already been selling it, and a lot of people do. All right, I have just a few minutes left. I want to remind you about some real sweet gifts you might get for Easter. One of them is called this Tap to Pray, okay? It is just an elastic bracelet that you put on your arm, and all you have to do, you don't have to have an app for your phone or anything. You just touch the back of your phone on the little tag that's on it, and it will give you a Bible verse, a new one every day, or every time you tap it, okay? So this is kind of like a way to put it in an Easter basket that, doesn't scream anything, but this is super nice. How many people do you have that they may not ask about this all the time, but when things are not going their way, they ask you to pray for them? Get them one of these, okay? All right, now another thing that I absolutely, I love these, and I'm going to give them to my niece. Okay, it's a little bracelet that's got these charms on it, and it comes with 7 charms, and you can put it on the bracelet or take it off the bracelet or whatever. It's called a cutie kit, and they come in several different ones. So this one is called a celebration, so it's like birthday and stuff like that. And then one is for school, okay? So maybe if you've got a niece, nephew, grandchild that's going to school, this is super cute, okay? All right. Let me tell you where we're located again. We're at 2361 Northwest Military Highway, which is 2 miles north of Loop 410, right past the light at Lock Hill, Selma. The phone number here is 210-341-1573. You know, today is Saturday, and was a very dark day thousands of years ago. But just remember,